Okay, welcome everybody. Coaches, you guys could take a seat where you're at. So we're gonna talk about taking the back and finishing from the back. Fabricio, can I borrow you? So I think one of the best ways to take the back is actually from top position, passing the guard. When you pass someone's guard or you nearly pass their guard, you're gonna oftentimes get a reaction where they're either gonna turn into you or they're gonna turn away because they don't wanna get stuck in bottom side control. So what I mean by that is, like, let's say he doesn't move. I get around his legs, however you guys do it. Most guys aren't just gonna sit here, okay? If he does, I can just come into side control. But what you're often gonna run into is either he's gonna frame and turn away from me and maybe tries to like turtle up quickly, maybe sits back to guard, or he might turn into me here and he could either try to retain guard or maybe even like wrestle up to like get to his knees. Okay, so you have to expect against the more experienced opponent, especially if you guys compete, because people don't want to give up the guard pass points. You're going to usually get either a turn away or a turn in, and that's a great opportunity in either case to take the back. So I'm gonna show you guys some drills today where we're going to take advantage of that reaction, either turning in or turning away, and take the back. So the guard pass you guys do doesn't matter a whole lot. There's going to be certain guard passes that will lend themselves more to the person turning in or away. I'm just going to show you guys a really simple one, but you can sort of put the one in that you want to use. So one basic one here is I'm going to go hip post with my hand. I can go inside of the leg on this side, and I can put my weight here, and I can start getting past his knee. So we're not going to go into all the details of this kind of a pass. Really the big idea is just to get around the legs and get the look. So what Fabricio is going to do is he's going to turn away for this first drill. And I want him to do it slow. Like, imagine he's like in slow motion, because that's going to allow me to build the skill of punching in my hook when that space opens up. Hip post, knee, I'm here. Now as he turns away, I'm going to keep this waist grip here. Okay, this is going to slow him down a little bit. There's going to be a gap here when his hip comes off the mat. He's going to do it nice and slow for me, where my hook can come in. So in this case, it was my left hook. Let's do it again. Let's rotate this way so you guys can see it. Hip post, knee, I come through, I slow him down. I also post my left hand here. As his hip comes off the mat, I get my hook. Obviously, when you're doing this live, it's got to be quick, but this is how we start. You start building that intuition. Eventually, it's just automatic when you feel that reaction. So the drill for now, just seatbelt, keep your first hook in, that's good enough. Again, control the feet. We're here, I slow them down, I post my hand, throw my hook. Posting that hand's important because I shift my weight to that hand. It makes it easy for me to move my left leg. If I don't post that hand and he's on his hip, he goes up, it's gonna feel really awkward to move that leg here. So put your weight on your hand, and I've also got weight on my right arm that's slowing him down. So as he goes, get my hook. Questions on this drill? You guys can work both sides for this. It's going to be 2 minutes each. So same person goes for 2, then we swap. Person that's turtling, your goal is to go as slow as you need to so the person can do it. So if they're more experienced and it's easy for them, you can speed it up a little bit, make it a little more realistic. But if it's brand new, slow motion for now. Any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. So just a couple details to add or emphasize. Slowing the person down with that waist grip, if you can get it, it's really valuable, because obviously when we're going live and they're trying to do this, they're going to go quick. So I want to put them in slow motion with that grip. So even if they're trying to go fast, they're going to be slow. The other thing is just really focus on, like, look at where their hip is, and then when it comes up, there's that little window, and that's when you punch it in. If you wait too long, they're going to clamp their elbows down, elbow to knee, it's going to be hard. So here, as he turns away, I slow him down here, and then as I feel his hip come off the mat, I'm right in, right away. Okay. Now we're going to add a layer to this drill. Someone that's savvy, this is not the end. They don't just sit here. they're going to keep going. They're going to fall all the way to their far hip here. If I don't do anything, I'm in a good spot, but I lost the chance for the back. So what I want to do is I'm anticipating that reaction, and I roll with them. Boom. As he goes, he falls off the far end. Take him through. Now I get my second hook. So the anticipation's key. You have to anticipate it. He might not do it, and if he doesn't, that's fine, but I'm anticipating it, so if he does, I'm ready. Here, slow him down. Get my hook, he goes, I roll him through. If I don't roll him through, there's a decent chance he starts escaping. It'll look like this. So here, boom. Even if I kind of roll with him, but we stop here, he's gonna scoot out this way. As you guys see, I only have one hook in. Only have my left hook in. So I want to take him to the far side where that hook is more valuable. So I take him all the way this way. Here. Now I've got the bottom hook in because we're on this side. And I could put the other hook in. Any questions here? Yeah.
Are you always anticipating the roll through, or are you looking for something?
What's that?
Are you always anticipating the roll through, like you're going to automatically go for the far side dive, or are you looking for something, or are you looking for a reaction?
I'm looking for him to go, then I just follow. Yeah, if he doesn't go, I won't usually go.
Is there a tell?
I mean, I just feel him. You just feel it. You just feel him continue to fall. It's usually going to be continuous motion. So he's going to turn away, and then he just keeps moving to that far hip. And I feel that continuous movement. I'm ready to go with it. If he just freezes in top turtle, then I'll just stay there with him. And you could do a power half or throw the second hook in, and a lot of things you can do from there. You don't have to force the roll if he just sits there. It's really more if he's going to fall to that far hip, which is smart for him to avoid the back, because he can basically fall in the bottom half guard rather than have his back taken if I don't follow. So that's the reason. Any other questions? So same drill, guys, but we add this layer to it. 2 minutes each. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Questions, comments? All right, 2 more drills. Now they're going to turn in. So you're going to get this look too. Turning in can be a little more, maybe a little less risky for them because they're not just automatically giving up their back, but we're still going to spin to the back. You guys can do the same pass. We're here. Now he turns into me. So I clear his legs, but he's turning in. You guys see how he's like framing me too? Yep, just like this. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a big step over his head with my left leg. So my leg close to his head. I take a big step here. As I do that, my left elbow, so left foot step, left elbow, is going to go to the mat on this side by his hip pocket. So I actually put it on the mat here. Now let's say you don't have this. Yeah, because that's going to change a little bit. Left elbow drops, spin behind. Okay? If I have the opportunity, I want to get a seatbelt and I want to prevent him from putting his back on the floor. If he does, I'm in side control, but I want the back. So I'm here. You guys know how to do chair sits? I think most of you do. You can go right to it. Slide your pillow up, tuck your elbow, step over. You can pull them through to the far side, body triangle, whatever you want. So it's called a top spin. Whenever they turn in, you have the opportunity to go for this. Here, got to clear the legs. He turns into me. I step, put my elbow to the mat, and actually put my weight on my elbow. Just like I put my weight on my hand for that first drill to make my legs light, I do the same thing here. Left weight on my left elbow, back step, cover right away. If I'm a little slow there, he might put his back on the floor. Still a good result, but I missed the back. Right here. Pillow, step, take him through. We got the back. One detail I mentioned a little earlier, like his arm was in a certain spot. If his arms are positioned a certain way and I spin, I won't be able to take his back, but I'll have a really tight pin. So I just want to point that out, because it might happen to you guys while you guys are doing it. So if I step over and his arm's here, you guys see how it's like in my armpit? as I drop my elbow and step through, I don't have the back take here, but I've got a really, really good pin. So if you guys want to stick them in side control, this is really valuable here. You can go underhook on this side. If you're feeling wild, go for the head, Kessa. But either way, it's hard for him to turn away from me now because I've got this arm trapped. He needs the arm free to turn away. So if I can catch it, you guys can pin him. But for purposes of today, we want the back, so try to avoid actually catching that arm if you can. And get to this position. Questions here? Everybody got it? 2 minutes each. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do the drill we just did and connect it to the first drill. So partner turns in. Here. Big step over the head, guys. It helps. If it's a shallow step, it's awkward to rotate your elbow through. Big step. Now I can put it through pretty easily. I back step. What does he do? He doesn't want to get stuck in side control. He doesn't want to just sit here and give me the back take. He's going to turn away. As he does. Hook goes in, he rolls through. I take him through. So we combine it all. If you guys want to add a little flair here, you could punch the rear naked as you're rolling through. Because a lot of times it's there. They're not thinking about it. They're thinking about turtling. Rip it. Here, he turns into me. I step, elbow through. He turns away. I slow him down with the hip grip. Here, he rolls through. Punch the rear naked. Get the finish. Questions here? If you guys are feeling comfortable with the drill by now, person on bottom, you can start moving a little quicker. Just a little quicker, make it a little more realistic. Everybody good? All right, 1, 2, 3.
That side is open. When you have that little open, right? They never played that open. Throw your body that way.
Yeah, like, I think we have the same name. No, like, so that was something that I talked to with John. What the fuck?